Hi students, welcome to this course, An Introduction to Mechanical Engineering. I am Professor Yao. Mechanical energy, work, and power. Gravitational potential energy. The keyword. Mechanical energy, work, and power. Gravitational potential energy, a reference height, the British thermal unit, BTU, kilowatt hour, kWh. Gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy is associated with changing the elevation of an object within a gravitational field. And it is measured relative to the reference height, for instance, the ground or the top of the workbench. The change U in gravitational potential energy as an object moves through the vertical distance, delta H, is given by U equal mg delta H, where m is the object mass. When delta H greater than 0, the potential energy increase. U is greater than 0. As the object is elevated, conversely, the gravitational energy decreases. U is smaller than 0 when the object is lowered. Gravitational potential energy is stored by virtue of vertical position. For calculation involving energy and work, it is conventional to use the unit joule in the SI and foot-pound in the USCS. In some circumstances, the British thermal unit BTU and the kilowatt hour kWh are also used as dimension for energy and work. Electric potential energy. The keywords. Elastic potential energy, Hooke's law, a spring having stiffness K, the spring's elongation, original length. Elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy is stored by an object when it is stretched or bent in a manner described by Hooke's law. For a spring have a stiffness K, the elastic potential energy stored within it is given by equation 7.2, where delta L is the spring's elongation, defined as the distance that it has been stretched or compressed. If the spring had an original length L sub O, and if it was then stretched to the new length L after a force had been applied, the elongation would be delta L equal L minus L sub O. Although delta L can be positive when the spring is stretched, and negative when it is compressed, the elastic potential energy is always positive. Kinetic energy. The key words: kinetic energy, vibration, rotation, or translation. The piston in an engine or compressor, flywheel, engine's crankshaft, the cone of stereo speaker. Kinetic energy is associated with an object's motion. As force or moment acts on a machine, they cause its component to move and store kinetic energy by virtue of velocity. The motion can be in the form of vibration. For instance, the cone of stereo speaker. Rotation, the flywheel attached to an engine's crankshaft. Or translation, the straight line motion of the piston in an engine or compressor. For an object of mass m that moves in a straight line with velocity v, the kinetic energy is defined by equation 7.3. You can verify that the dimensions j and foot-pound are appropriate units for kinetic energy, just as they are for gravitational and elastic potential energy. Work and force. The key words: work of a force in the context of piston and cylinder, internal combustion engine, air compressor, and pneumatic and hydraulic actuator. In the same direction, opposed motion. The work of a force is in the context of piston that slide horizontally in its cylinder. This situation arises in internal combustion engine, air compressor, and the pneumatic and hydraulic actuators. The work W of the force as the piston moves through the distance delta d is defined by W equal F delta d. The work of a force is positive if the force acts in the same direction as the piston's motion. Delta d is greater than 0. Conversely, the work is negative if the force opposes motion with delta d smaller than 0. Power. The key word: power. Rate, the interval of time. Horsepower. Power. Power is defined as the rate at which work is performed. When a force performs work during the interval of time delta t, the average power is in equation 7.5. As work is performed more rapidly, delta t becomes smaller, and the average power increases accordingly. Engineers conventionally express power in the unit of watt. in the SI system and either foot-pound per second or horsepower in the USCS system. Homework: handwriting all keywords and submitting them to Coach Facebook. Just do the online quiz and see you next time.